What's up, guys? Wanted to show you guys how we're applying the Greener Solutions Biofeed fertilizer. In this little tank right here, I'm using Flora Plus and Soil Plus. I'm using about an ounce of Flora Plus per gallon and about a half an ounce of Soil Plus per gallon. So this stuff just lasts for quite a long time, trust me. But all I'm going to do is just sit here and apply at the base of this plant, even if it was in the ground, let's say. You're going to apply around the base of that plant and just give it a nice thorough soak. No different than if you were trying to water this plant, okay? So think about how much you would want to water it. Now, if you're sitting there and going to water a gallon for whatever reason on this tomato plant, you don't need quite that much. But I want to show you guys just how long I spend doing it. Get around those edges. And that's about perfect right there. Awesome. Now, when it comes to over fertilizing, that's just something nobody recommends, right? Remember that soil is only going to hold so much nitrogen. That soil is only going to hold so much of any nutrient. And you can actually reach a toxic level if you're putting too much of any kind of fertilizer on. So remember to follow the rules on the back of that bottle. You can purchase this at greenersolutionsfl.com. You can watch several different educational videos as well where I explain each and every different product. And we also have a private fertigation system called the Biofeeder, where people that are hooked on irrigation in their lawns or even their farms like this one is out here, with one simple splice in the irrigation, you can actually run all of this on a micro-dosing system. So imagine micro-dosing each and every bit. Now, if I was running this greenhouse at a larger scale, that would be something that would interest me. However, I don't need to fertilize everything like I'm trying to get my garden right here. But you just keep coming along to each of your plants. Now, this doesn't matter if you're growing in containers or if you're growing straight into the ground, guys. If you're growing straight into the ground, just remember you want to use about as much water as what you would typically water with. So if you're putting down a quarter gallon for this, go ahead and put down a quarter gallon. What I want to do is just simply soak that soil real well. I'm not the kind of person where I don't like to see any of that dripping back off, at least when I'm fertilizing. That's not something that I want to see, because then that means that I'm just wasting. You can see that I went a little bit too much on this one right here. It's not a complete loss by any means at all, but if you think if this was on the ground somewhere out by a river, then that would be nutrients that would be leaching into our waterways. And that's one reason why I like the biofeed, is because even compared to completely organic fertilizers, I believe that this stuff is leaching a lot less, just because it acts as a Wi-Fi system almost to the micro homies. And it's all about those microorganisms. So that's something to keep in mind. When you tend to the soil and not the plant, you're actually doing a better job for the environment. So it not only makes sense for your wallet, but it makes sense for Mother Earth too. Thanks, guys.